Good evening, welcome to Wheel of Sports TV. Dick Herman here, Gino Gang on camera, and we have an ex-coach and ex-ball player and ex-everything in the booth with us tonight, Raphael Osana. And I'm proud that I could say that. When I met Raphael Osana, he was in the 7th grade, Gino, and I couldn't say Osana. I couldn't even say Raphael. I just called him Raph for about half the year until I found out who he was. So how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here. It's
yeah, first you mentioned your first time up here. You were down on the field last year. How many years did you work with the girls lacrosse?
I did 3 years as a JV coach, and then the past 2 years I was the head coach for varsity.
Okay, and you've done other sports too here at the
Yes, I've done 6 seasons with the girls soccer program as JV coach, and then 3 seasons as a JV girls basketball coach, and then I just had my first year as the varsity girls basketball coach. So a little bit of everything.
A man of all seasons here.
Yes.
And I remember you back in high school. I know you played some soccer and basketball, I think. Did I get that right, or did you play anything else?
Correct. And then I ended up starting to play lacrosse a little later. I started playing my sophomore year, and then really got going my junior year.
Okay, so you played 3 sports too, yeah. So exciting. I'm glad you're up here, and it's always good to get a coach's point of view. What can we look for from these ladies? You had some of them last year, so you can tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah, absolutely. We graduated 10 seniors last year, so we've got a lot of fresh faces coming in, but a lot of experience as well. I think I'd be keeping an eye out for captains. We've got Alexa Aloisi and Paige Albertson, midfielder and attacker, and then we've got a returning goalkeeper in Emma Chambers, who this will be her third year as a starter here, and she's very talented. So.
I think I saw in the paper. I always look in the Inquirer Mirror, and especially it's nice they put the 2 sides of the weekend. I thought I saw was it a Phi girl that was Player of the Week?
Yes.
She's only a freshman. Evelyn, was it?
Yes, Evelyn Phi. Yeah, she's a multi-sport athlete out here. She was playing on the varsity soccer team, and she's a JV basketball player as well. So, strong athlete. She's got a couple siblings that are very good athletes as well. So,
you mentioned Anna Tonovich. We did one girls game earlier this year with probably your coach when you played lacrosse in high school, Rick Blair.
Yes, sir.
Who helps out up here with us. And Anna got 8 goals in that game. She was on fire as Nantucket, I think, beat up on one of the Sturgis teams.
Yeah, she's a very good player, very aggressive, left-handed player. Yeah, I'd look for her today to be the catalyst for some scoring.
It's always good to have the Vineyard on the island, and we got them here today. I think they brought over 4 teams. Girls varsity soccer where we're at, JV lacrosse, JV lacrosse to fall, and then over in the softball field there is a varsity softball and a JV softball. I believe all the boys travel to the Vineyard today, meaning the baseball team, boys varsity and JV lacrosse. And later on in May, about I think 3 or 4 weeks from now, they'll switch that and all the girls will head over to the Vineyard, all the boys. So playing them twice a year is exciting. I think it's very important to play as many close teams as possible. I think that builds a rivalry, and you're probably seeing that in your coaching experience. So you get a rivalry when you're playing the team that's always around, you're playing them once or twice a year.
Absolutely. I know, especially for the seniors, if you have to go away and you only get 1 shot at the Vineyard, that can be great if you win, but it's nice to have 1 at home and then 1 away, especially if you're in that graduating class.
Well, this is Daffodil Weekend. Happy Daffy to everybody out there. And we're getting ready to start. We see one of the officials is wearing a Daffy hat. I'd like to mention some of our fine sponsors who are bringing you this game. The UPS store, Just Do It 2 Sports Fishing, Keeper's Restaurant, Glidden's Island Seafood, Nantucket Folk Art and Wood Carving, Hatch's Package Store, Dan's Pharmacy.
Gone, Dick.
Nantucket Folk. Nantucket Folk Art.
Yeah.
He left the island, so I don't know if she's keeping the business going.
No, the place is closed down.
Place is closed down. Well, the poor ducks. I feel bad for the ducks there. They relied on them.
They're
The ducks are going
There's
elsewhere.
duck soup if you drive by. You
The
can
ducks
see
are going elsewhere. Dan's Pharmacy, Murray's Targery. You got my train of thought all out.
Sorry, man. It's just a good time for a
If
joke.
you start talking about animals, I can go on forever.
Oh,
you know?
I know.
Great Lady, Geronimo's Duty Paws, speaking of animals, Holgate's Laundry, Arrowhead Nursery, Island Kitchen. We'll get back to some more of our fine sponsors as the game begins. We'll hand it over to Raph here to start calling it for us.
All right, here we go. So you have Cat Coleman on the draw circle here.
Do we know what the Vineyard's season's been like?
I don't know where the Vineyard is right now. I know they've just joined our league, and we're going to look to be playing them
And they
twice a
almost
year now.
just pounded one in right there. That was close.
That was quick. Yeah, this Vineyard team has a very good youth program, and their stick skills are top level. But
Nantucket's going to have to be at its best to
Really?
beat the Vineyard today, yeah. And
Oh,
any
that's good.
competition. We'll
But the
see how
girls
it
are doing
goes.
good this year, though. They
The
could
girl,
beat 'em.
absolutely. No, this team has plenty of talent and athleticism to compete with this Vineyard team. It's just going to be a matter of making the most of your offensive opportunities. And
You know how much we love a good game, Dick. We haven't had a real good game in a while. Oh, see, that was...
is that a goal or not a goal? I don't think it's a
no goal. They're going to call that a goal circle violation. All right.
Nantucket got a break there as they sort of fell asleep, but maybe the goalie knew it was a dead ball. Now the Vineyard is keeping the attack on right here.
Oh, look at the
that's-
passing.
yeah.
Did that go in? Yes,
That
it
went
did.
in.
Yeah, pretty quick ball
Whoa.
movement there.
Well, off the first minute and 16 seconds, Vineyard looks like the much stronger team here. But, you know, the name of the game in lacrosse, in my mind, Raph, is winning the face-off.
Absolutely, yeah, and you're absolutely right. The draw control is huge. If you can't win draw controls, then you have to get stops. Some of the elite teams have specialists that are, you know, training just to do this, and we'll see what we can do here if Cat Coleman can direct us towards one of her teammates. So the Vineyard got draw control there, but now we're going to look to see if we can get a stop. Got some good defenders here, but unlucky
Oh
on
my
the
goodness.
unlucky on the ground ball pickup, loose ground ball, and then quick pickup by the Vineyard and goal.
I have Nantucket 5-3 coming into this game. Again, we're not sure what the Vineyard record is, but Nantucket's back on their heels here early. And, you know, with Vineyard joining the league, and they're going to be joining the league in all the sports, you know, in the new Cape and Islands League, that puts Nantucket at a disadvantage in a lot of sports, you know, because Vineyard is a bigger school than Nantucket, and we saw that over the years, even in the football, basketball, which was the only Vineyard games way back when, you know.
Right.
The travel is going to be the...
Travel is difficult, you know. These girls out there playing now probably got up at like 6 this morning.
Here we go.
But then they had to get on a boat to Woods Hole, and then a bus to Hyannis, and then a boat to Nantucket, and then they got to reverse that tonight. And our boys did the same thing to go to the Vineyard. So it is a big travel nightmare.
Oh, it's a bear. All right. So this looks like a first-year varsity player. I believe her name is Morgan. Turnovish coming in with a strong left
There
hand.
we go.
Top corner.
Yeah, Nantucket needed that.
Again, she's going to be the catalyst for Nantucket today on the offensive end. Any fast breaks or quick goals are going to go through Turnovish on that left side. If we get into the settled attack, you're going to look and see Paige Albertson behind the net, number 18, and she's going to kind of orchestrate for us.
So that helps. Nantucket 2-1. Again, it looks early. It looks like a game where whoever has the ball is going to score, and that's my one pet peeve. I have a lot of pet peeves, but my one pet peeve about girls lacrosse is that it's hard to take the ball away. They don't play the same rules as the boys. It's hard to take the ball away. So one girl getting the ball can control the game in my mind, score a lot of goals, and take the game
Oh
over.
my goodness, look at this.
Another fast break goal.
That's what I'm talking about. See, she took over at midfield, went down. Nobody could really get near her because of the rules of the game. And it's my pet peeve that they should make it a little bit tougher for one person to control the whole game. Can you imagine, say, a hockey game, ice hockey, where somebody got the puck, nobody could touch him, and he just skated up the ice. Nobody could touch him. How many times is he going to score?
Right. It's very difficult. Well, in the rules for this game, there is a lot of leeway for physical contact. It's just how it's done. The main difference between the women's game and the men's game is that in the men's game, because of all the padding, you can be whacking away at your opponent. Out here, you need to rely on a double team in order to get access to the stick for an appropriate stick check.
Yeah.
Unless your opponent is just hanging the stick, and when you have a high quality player, she's probably not going to be doing that.
Now, I never saw lacrosse. When I was growing up, lacrosse was not a sport in my neighborhood. It wasn't played as widely in high school as it is now.
Yep.
So I think the first lacrosse game I actually saw was here on Nantucket. So I was learning the game, and I always said it sort of was a combination of ice hockey and basketball to me. You run the picks, the give and goes, and things like that there. You set up plays like that.
Yep.
But I was astonished because I think the boys were playing first. There was no girls teams in the first part of the lacrosse era on Nantucket, and the boys, as you were saying, were whacking each other with the sticks.
Oh yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, if you did that downtown on the strip, you'd get arrested.
Yeah, exactly.
But here you can come out to the lacrosse field and whack people with sticks and have a fun.
Yeah, it's a good outlet for the guys, I suppose. But
okay, we have a timeout down there.
Quick 4-1.
4-1, the Vineyard's up. Nantucket took a timeout. 21:58 to go. I'd like to mention some more fine sponsors: Sun Island Fuel, Condon Coleman Insurance, Don Allen Auto Center, Harbor Fuel, Island Lumber, Island Pharmacy, Kitty Murtaug's. The Donny Flake, they're now open. I had breakfast here this morning. It was fun.
Yep.
Joe Rapaki, the Islander Package Store, the Sea Grill, Boys and Girls Club, Steamship Authority. They had a tough day yesterday, I heard. I hope the weather cooperates more. The Beauty Bar, Jewelers Gallery, Rick's Paint and Maintenance, the Visitor Center, Espresso to Go, Fast Forward, Ryder Electric, Outdoor Power, Billy Built Automotive, Cottage and Castle, Nantucket Electrical Contractors, Killen Real Estate, Martin Bork Painting, Santa's Rubbish Removal, Nantucket Health Department, Randy Alford Heating and Cooling, Island Fencing, Island Carpets, Valero and Sons, Faucet Man Plumbing and Heating, Nantucket Estate Jewelry and Fine Art, NRTA, Ride the Wave, The Boathouse, Fairgrounds Restaurant, Pumpkin Pond Farm, Something Natural, Highland Flooring, Champion Rentals, Island Variety, Sherman Management, the Homestead, and Nantucket Health Club. We thank all those fine sponsors for bringing you portions of the spring season. And even though the sun's out, it does not feel exactly like spring. There's a little bite in that wind today.
still a little nippy. We're getting there though.
Each day is a step closer, right?
So going back to what you were saying, Dick, there was talking about draw control and the importance of it. Right now the Vineyard's up 4-1, and 4-1 are their draw controls to ours. So we've seen no defensive stops and then transitions for the other team to get a goal. So we'll see what happens here. Kat opting to push the ball that time as opposed to feeding it back to her teammates. And got a bit of a fast break opportunity and the ball's down.
So that's interesting. No team has stopped the other team and taken the ball the other length of the field. That's not a good thing to get into.
There we go. There's a big ground ball pickup by our goalie. Quick feed out to Annalisa
Trying to
Crooks.
keep a
She's got some wheels though. She can move this thing. She's got room. She can burn. We're looking for a midfielder or an attack to come back. All right, she got a push call. I'll give her advantage.
I don't know what your
Seems like a
advantage.
bad time to call
It's not
that.
an advantage. I'm sorry you
Why
used
did they
that
call
word.
that?
They stopped the play.
When
It's
she was
not-
way out in front.
It's not an advantage.
Yeah.
There we go. Nice feed
Well,
forward to Kat
I've seen
Coleman,
that.
though.
It is
Feed forward
Nantucket.
to Alexa Aloisi. Quick shot and a goal just wide. It's all right. Paige is there for the ground ball pickup. Now Nantucket's going to look to settle into their
You got to
attack.
bury that one. 3-on-1 there. Went down the drain.
So we'll see what kind of movement here. Probably going to be looking for some cutters.
And Nantucket needs a goal now. Down 4-1.
Yeah, making the most of their offensive opportunities are going to be vital to their success. Nantucket seems to be attacking much the same way that the Vineyard is, with the series of cutters and just looking for that opportunity. Anna Trnavish is open.
Oh, that was
Misses
a
the
good pass.
though. All right, Nantucket's able to retain the ground ball possession. Kat Coleman's coming in strong right now. That's going to be a shooting space call. It's going to give Kat Coleman a free position shot.
How many steps before should she take before she shoots?
Depends. Depends on your release and what you're trying to do. She can get pretty close here. She doesn't. Oh, the ball's down.
She got excited about getting it.
Yeah.
She saw an opening and.
All right, missed the call there, but
Oh,
she's
what
gonna-
happened?
I think there was an empty stick check, so they're going to give her the ball back. And at least we maintain possession here. Ooh, good deflection by the goalkeeper.
Goalie almost scored on herself
All
there.
right, so we've got a Vineyard transition the other way. Let's see if we can create a little pressure. Oh, ball's down again. Ball's down again. We got to pick up by Evelyn Fye. Quick shot.
Oh, save.
Big save by the goalie.
Best save of the day so far.
That was nice though. She naturally a left-handed player picked it up and switched to her right hand to get a better angle. Wasn't able to score, but that gave her the best chance to get the goal. Good double team here. Really slowing the Vineyard down, making them work for it. As long as they can keep her in front, we can force a ground ball just like that. And that should be an empty stick check on the Vineyard. There we go, Nantucket ball.
Nantucket has stepped up their defense here a bit, and they need it. And they need to get something out of it here.
Exactly. Make the most
They
of this
need a
possession.
goal.
There we go.
Oh, another save,
Great
but right
feed
into her body.
Paige. Paige had a great shot, but the goalie made an outstanding save. Looks like Evelyn's a little hobbled here, but
Ooh, what a catch.
Nice
Vineyard
pass
is
and
now
catch
on
there
the
by the
fast
Vineyard.
break.
Two nice
Nantucket's really
passing
got to
catches.
recover. Lily Day's coming in hot though,
You
so if
gotta
you can
stop
slow her
her.
down.
This girl is unbelievable. Oh, what a, does that hit the
Off the
post?
Oh, hit the
Off the
post. Hit the post.
All right,
That looked
Nantucket's
like the
got
Bruins game
defensive
the other
position.
night. 2 pipes in about 5 minutes. Bing, bing on both teams.
All right, so that was our first non-goal off of a draw. So we'll see what happens here. So again, the Vineyard's probably going to move the ball behind and look to feed its cutters. Exercise a little patience here. As long as Nantucket can stay in front of these cutters, they'll be in good position to stop. Vineyard hasn't been trying to score one-on-one yet, so cutters have been the name of the game for their scoring. Let the ball do the work. And good defense by Kat. Double team came in from,
Got a whack on the head there, I think.
yeah.
That hurts. She's going to have an open shot here, I believe, right?
That was good defense. Margaret Colkins came in on the help, just maybe a step late, but that was pretty good defense. So this will be a free position
Oh,
shot.
that's a tough one.
This is a tough one to stop. Tough one to stop, yeah. She was very confident as compared to our open shot down here. She took 2 or 3 steps, looked at where the goalie was leaning, and then just put it over her shoulder.
Yeah, she was able to throw a little shot fake, little stick fake to move Emma Chambers just enough to get it by her.
So that's 5-1. Dick?
5-1, 17 minutes to go here in the first half on a nice sunny Daffodil Saturday. Our good friend Rick Blair, who's usually here, we thank Ralph for standing in for him. He's out in Wisconsin, Gino. Do you think he's partaking in a little
I would
wine
say
and
so.
cheese? Is that what's going on out in Wisconsin?
He's Mr. Wisconsin now.
I heard he runs that part of
He
the
has
island.
to be seen. People want to see him out there.
Is he walking around doing his Rick Blair tours?
I know it.
Tour with Rick?
I did one. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a
Did you do
blast.
one with Rick?
Well, no, but we've got one planned. I've bumped into him a couple times out there recently, and I've had some time to catch up. But haven't done the official tour.
I was
with
out
him.
there on my bike last year, and I sort of moseyed up beside one of his groups and listened in for a little bit.
Last Saturday, which people can watch, I took him for a ride. I drove him back home, and we drove around and I interviewed him.
Is that right?
Oh, it was really interesting. I mean, stuff about
Big
Wisconsin I
save
had
by
no idea
Chambers.
about.
Yeah, Rick's been around a while, and he has some stories. He actually he must be good at giving the tours. I agree.
I got a little ground ball scrum here.
He
who's
certainly
gonna
has
come
a
up with
lot of
it.
knowledge on lacrosse from college.
sure does.
He really
yeah.
follows college lacrosse.
No, he lives and breathes that sport, 100%.
He wants to. He told me he wants to be the Hubie Brown at some point of calling lacrosse games. You know Hubie Brown?
Yeah.
In the NBA.
So
He's about 80.
So that means we're gonna
We're gonna have him for a while.
Rick is gonna leave us. Is
No,
that what you're
not
saying?
until he's 80. He's too not old enough.
He's gonna move up. He's gonna move up
He
to
is.
WEEI and then
Yeah.
Channel 5. Is that what you're saying?
He wants to. That's his hope. He wants to be an announcer.
Well, I hope he brings me along. I could use a trip up to
Sure.
do a college lacrosse.
Oh no! There it is again.
Yeah,
Another strong
Vineyard
Same
is
girl, right?
yeah, Vineyard's too strong.
He's unbelievable.
Again, it's a one girl offense. Although they do a nice weave and so forth, but they when they need to score, they keep going back to that young
Sure do.
lady.
Yeah, they were. I mean, her cuts are pretty strong. You know, she's playing as their center, so she's not only responsible for a lot of these draw wins and getting that initial possession, but she seems to be the recipient of some nice passes from her teammates. Again, Nantucket's made a couple stops, but getting the ball out in transition has been challenging. If they can get the ball into the offensive end, then it looks like they can create some good scoring opportunities. But
Well, you said that they basically need to score when they get it down there, and I'm at a point where I'm saying that they have to score every time they get it down there to keep this a
Absolutely.
game. They had it down there 2 other times. If they scored, it would be 6-3, and it would feel like it's a game. Right now, at 6-1, it doesn't feel like it's a game.
And the girls play two halves, right? Is that the way it works?
Two 25-minute halves.
yes.
Sort of running time. The only time the clock stops is on an injury or after a goal. Like right now, as the referee is setting them, the clock still runs. In a boys' game, that doesn't happen. As soon as the whistle blows, the clock stops.
Correct. Shot wide here. Vineyard's going to get it back.
And the boys play for, 15 minutes. So the boys play 60-minute games, split into 4 15s. Girls only play 50 minutes, split into 2 25s.
Yes. There we go again, struggling to win these ground balls here. Nantucket's doing everything they can to create a 50-50 opportunity, but they've got to win these ground balls if they want to have a chance. And again,
They just
Vineyard-
cannot handle the
Oh,
ball.
strong feed. That was a great pass. But here we go. It looks like Evelyn Fye just picked it up, and she's going to be in transition here. She's got some wheels. Nantucket with a fast break.
Yeah,
Let's see what they can do.
Watching her run, she has nice long strides there.
Nantucket's got good spacing. If no one picks her up here, you got Turnovish open. There we go. That's going to be a shooting space violation. Nantucket will get a free position.
What did she do there, Ralph?
So essentially, there's 2 arcs that you can see. The inner arc, which is they call it 8-meter fan. If you were to draw a line from the person with the ball to the net, you cannot have a player step in front
Oh,
of
I
that
see.
area
Interesting.
for safety reasons. So she had a shot looking to shoot on the net, and the defender stepped in. Now you can step in if you're a stick's length away and defend the body.
And that's the girls' game. And there we go.
Yes, excellent. Again, Anna Turnovish coming in strong, lefty finish, snuck it in on the top left side.
Yeah, great finish there. She, coming in lefty, so it looked like she couldn't use half of the net, but she went towards the middle of the net, which sort of pulled the goalie that way. The goalie doesn't know where she's coming from, but she kept the left shot in. The goalie's thinking maybe she's going to go to a right hand or a scoop shot. She just keeps a power left-handed move. As soon as the goalie leaned towards the middle, she put it right over her shoulder.
Yeah,
Good move.
that all came from the footwork, exactly. That was beautiful. So again, Turnovish looks like the catalyst for the Nantucket offense, but it came from a Nantucket stop on the defensive end. So you've got Chevelle Williams out here on the draw circle now. Kat Coleman's getting a rest at center. And this might mix it up. Draw is going to be a little bit different. The ball might not go where it has been for the Vineyard, so we'll see what happens. Vineyard's adjusting.
That official is kind of slow getting the draw started.
There we go. Chevelle popping it out, winning the
job.
ground ball.
Good job by
And
Nantucket.
Nantucket is on the way. Big opportunity here for the Whalers. Good lead pass for Evelyn. Couldn't handle, but that's okay.
Vineyard's going to retain possession. Oh, that hurts. Oh, they throw it
There we
away
go.
though. They throw
Ball
it
down.
away.
Luli Day with the pickup. She's got some wheels if she chooses to
Good
run,
little
but
pass there.
speed. Again, Trnavish coming in with speed. Looking for her teammates here. Paige Albertson. Good footwork, avoiding
Nice.
a gold circle violation. All right, Nantucket's going to look to settle. Work their spacing here a little bit and see what the Vineyard gives them. Vineyard plays a zone here, unlike what we're doing and playing a man. So if you see the Vineyard, they're evenly spaced out along that 8, keeping their sticks up, looking very big. So trying to take them off the drive one-on-one is going to be really
But they're
challenging.
standing in her way and she can't get through, so why is that legal?
Well, you're allowed to own a space,
I
right?
see.
So if you're in position, just like basketball, if somebody's driving through the net, but you have position in
Yeah.
front of them first,
Yeah.
you're allowed to be there.
Got it.
You're also allowed to own the space from your chest to your stick. So if somebody's driving at me and I'm holding the stick out in front of my body, I can put my knuckles and my forearm into that player that's attacking
Here she
me.
goes, like that.
Excellent shot. There we
She
go.
put it in.
Anna Trnavish. Beautiful.
Wow.
So again, Anna Trnavish
Yes,
with the
I see.
hat trick early, keeping this game competitive.
Now, she just dodged the outside person and then got herself in close for the shot. Is that the best way to try to break a zone, or is there other tactics
You know,
can
if
use?
you can, I think if you're going to attack the zone that way, you just find those mismatches, and if you can sneak in between the gaps of those zone where you don't have a double team helping the drive, it'll work. Otherwise, you're probably going to look for cutters and be patient. But again, that worked. Anna's very quick on that first step, and the help defense was not there in time. There we go, Chevy. Another
And,
great,
okay, this is what we
another
need.
great win on the draw.
2 for
And a
2,
quick,
that's
fast
big.
break.
Another goal here would be
Quick feed
huge.
in. Oh, good interception by the Vineyard defender. And they're going to be looking to move the ball up the
Oh,
field
there's
quick.
all
All
right,
right,
though.
turnover.
Another unforced error. Vineyard,
Nantucket gets a mulligan here.
yeah, they got them a little bit nervous here. Two unforced errors in the last minute. Let's see if Nantucket can narrow this gap, trailing 6-3. Another
Margaret
goal here.
Culkins on the slow break here. But she's attacking confidently. Vineyard settled into their zone. Jocelyn Pineda receives the ball, feeding it behind the net. And now again, Nantucket's going to look to attack. So again, Vineyard's got this zone, and if we have some cutters, the Vineyard really has to communicate in that zone as they
Cutter.
transition responsibility of the cutters.
Right, they just keep coming, right? That's the idea, is just keep coming around.
Exactly, and the
I
Vineyard
see what they're
eventually
doing.
is not going to be able to communicate appropriately, and somebody's going to make a mistake. You know, there's no shot clock here, so there's an open cutter. Okay, it didn't happen, but they can go again. You've
There's
got
one.
Jocelyn coming in, but the Vineyard reacts. Again, there's going to be an opportunity, and again, patience is key.
Yeah, that was a not a great shot selection there.
And Paige
How
has got
long
some
can
quick-
Nantucket stand behind the net with the ball?
You can be there indefinitely.
You said no shot clock, so they could just stand. But being down, they can't do that. Supposing Nantucket was up by a couple of goals and they stood back there. I mean,
That'd be
Vinny would have
fine.
to go back after them then, right?
Yeah, well, at this point, you know, if Vineyard's got the lead, I would just let them sit back
Let them
there.
say,
but-
yeah, stand back there because
Yeah.
you got a 3-goal lead.
But even at this stage, Nantucket's got quite a bit of time, so making the most out of their scoring
Their
opportunities is
defense
just
really
fine.
does have to step it up here, and like it
There's a
does.
defense.
That's a good stick check from Luli Day, and that looked like the Vineyard player ran right into her, so she should get the ball here. Yeah, Luli's a great athlete. I believe she started playing lacrosse as a freshman, but she's picked up the sport quickly, and again, she's got some wheels here, so if she chooses to take off, no one's going to catch her. Again, good midfield defense from the Vineyard. All right, defense is communicating well. Enough to slow down the fast break.
Oh, what a pass, and look. Bam,
Oh.
boy, that girl is good.
22.
There she goes again.
I don't know how many she's got, but I'm going to say 5 or 6.
I'd say most of them, yeah.
She's difficult. That time she crossed the ball over and she can
That's
shoot
what
from
you call a
either
Martha's
side.
Vineyard superstar.
Superstar.
Martha's Vineyard.
Quite talented. As I recall, last year, when we played these guys. We did a good job in the first 15 minutes, and we held a lead, and then we weren't able to win any, or enough draws, I should say. And then they really took over the game. But they had something like 11 juniors on the team. I don't know if all those players are back on the Vineyard this year, but assuming they are, they'll be returning.
So they're a good veteran team then.
Yes.
They're showing it right now because Nantucket has certainly played a lot better than this in their previous 8
Very well
games.
coached.
Again, Chevelle is doing a fantastic job on the draw control here.
Yes, she is.
Oh, looks like
And-
she got it in the head there.
If we can get this ground ball, then all right. Jocelyn with a good ground ball pickup and
Keep
look
it.
to attack. Yeah,
And
make the most of our scoring opportunities. So you got Paige Albertson and Anna DiCarlo behind the net here, looking to orchestrate and feed your cutters. And although they're working patiently here, it's not necessarily a bad thing. A 4-goal game is that can
That's
shift
doable.
in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Evelyn with the drive. Defense stops her, but
Ooh,
Paige has got
very
it in
nice
the
little
back.
catch there.
Yeah, Paige, senior captain, really good stick skills. She sees the field very well, so her and Anna DiCarlo behind the net are really going to look to orchestrate. Again, Anna Trnavish cutting through the defense, high shot, but a big save by the keeper. Another good drive from Trnavish.
Yeah, the Vineyard goalie has made some good saves here.
But that was a good move by her, though, to do that, wasn't it?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I believe it was a nice little face dodge to get around the defender and then right to the net.
Nice play there by...
Good stop. I believe that was Freya Feeney with the pickup, feed out, but again, Vineyard picked up the ground ball, and here we go on our defensive set. So 2 totally different defensive looks here. I mean, Nantucket running a man-to-man, and
Oh, boy. This is that's one that you know something's we're in trouble. If they can get it to somebody that close to the net.
that was
20
very good defense. So, I mean,
22
they were-
picks up the assist on that. So,
Yeah.
you know, Nantucket's thinking she's the scorer, which she is, but she makes a great pass, and you sort of catch the defense napping because they're all keying on her. Makes the pass right in front and an easy goal. And Vineyard now has an 8-3 lead, 7:46 to go here in the first half at Vito Capizzo Stadium. Portion of today's game brought to us by Don Allen Cars and Trucks. Check them out. The 2019s are in out of Don Allen Auto Center.
Kat Coleman's back in here at center. All right, Vineyard feeding the ball ahead.
Really catch the pass. Look at that.
Strong. What a save by Emma
Best
Chambers.
save of the day. Chambers.
Didn't go for the shot fake. Stuffed the attacker.
Be careful.
She's going to look to drop the ball here, and her teammate can now.
Oh,
What happened?
The official didn't like it. He's telling him something.
It's possible that. So you can only have one player in the goal circle. It's possible that Emma Chambers was not out of the goal circle before Chloe Congdon stepped in, unless it was a 10-second call. I could not hear though.
there it is.
Oh, another save
did
by
that hit the
Chambers.
poster?
No, it hit
That-
Chambers. I think she
okay.
stopped that with the
Chambers.
gloves. Oh, that was a quick goal again.
Yeah, Vineyard's just all over the front of the net there. Nantucket doesn't have the girls looking. They're just passing the ball around. The last 2 or 3 goals have become very quick and easy in front of the Nantucket net. So we have a 9-3 lead here. And this face-off coming up is brought to us by the Fairgrounds. Check out Fairgrounds and Pudley's Pub.
Celtics.
Celtics tonight, 8
No,
o'clock.
not tonight.
Celtics tomorrow. Bruins
1
tonight.
o'clock.
Bruins tonight at 8. Celtics tonight at 1. Now you mentioned the Celtics, and you know, an old Celtics, one of the greatest of all
I
time,
know.
John Havlicek, died. And yesterday there were some great stories in the Globe. And an interesting thing that I saw in the picture in the Globe yesterday, in the front page, was up in the old Boston, this was the old Boston Garden, it wasn't the Fleet Center yet. Up in the old Boston Garden was coming attractions. and it said if, meaning if the Celtics won that game when Havlicek stole the ball, the Celtics would be playing the Lakers. And they were playing the Lakers on April 18th at 1 o'clock and April 19th at 7 o'clock. No days off in between. No days off in between. And I remember that as a kid. The Celtics would play 2 here, and then the Celtics and the Lakers would fly to Los Angeles, have 1 day off. It takes you a whole day to get to Los Angeles as it is.
Sure.
And they didn't have the planes they had back in the 60s that they have now. They have 1 day off, and they would play 2 games in LA and then come back to Boston.
Wow.
Back to back.
Wow.
And that's why guys like Havlicek was so valuable. Havlicek could play 48 minutes and run the court up and down, never getting out of breath. He used to say, I would rest during free throws and timeouts.
Right.
You don't have to sit me on the bench.
A little different today, isn't
A
it?
little different. And know what else was in that same advertisement? That was April 18th. On May 4th, they were advertising the Muhammad Ali Sonny Liston fight that happened at the Garden. That was in '69, I think.
No, good old days, Dick.
Good old days. Sonny Liston and Muhammad Ali.
Oh, that was a post. That hit the post. Woo! They have got to keep their D going here. That's when it gets scary right there. See?
That's too easy. I mean, she's just standing there. No one's around her.
No one's around her.
If you're playing man-to-man ref, don't you have to have somebody near her?
Well, yes. You've got to be close. And what I think the learning curve here is that you can be a stick's length away against a lot of the teams that we're going to play. But on a team like this that has really high-level stick skills, you have to be right next to them. You've got to be shoulder to shoulder. So again, I think it's not necessarily so much what Nantucket isn't doing defensively, it's what the Vineyard is able to do in such a small space. But again, I do think they need to tighten up. You know, that's the only option.
Did the boys play the Vineyard?
The boys are at the Vineyard today. Yeah.
Oh, they are.
They are. Yeah. That'll be a big game. Be interesting to see what the score of that game is.
I'm not sure what the Vineyard program is like for the boys these days, but
Oh, that was a great little play.
good little stick check from Chevelle. Here we go. Feeding it ahead, but ball's down.
She could have put it in
And
even.
Page with the pickup. All right, so let's see what we can do here. Big opportunity as we close down the half, last 5 minutes here. And again, Nantucket's going to look to get a good scoring opportunity. Alexa Aloisi up top of the ball, moving it back to Chevelle Williams.
And
Top cutter's moving through.
Nantucket's having difficulty with this zone.
Okay. So that's Anna Hudzik on a quick drive, but she drew the call for shooting space because the Vineyard defenders were sitting inside of that 8-meter fan. She'll get a free shot opportunity here. Let's see what she chooses to do with it.
She can't go towards the net. She should go towards the middle, draw the goalie away. Yeah, nice move. There it is.
Oh, good
the goalie
save by
makes
the
the save.
keeper.
I thought she had that one in. Ooh.
Yeah, she really picked the top corner, but the goalie was there. Paige with a good pickup, back to Phi. Another save by the
big
goalie.
save.
But Paige Albertson again with a great ground ball pickup. Getting opportunities here, which is good. She had Evelyn on the cut, but a little hesitation.
Yeah, the Vineyard goalie is made
So
some
right now
outstanding
Paige is doubled, and if we can, if her teammate can recognize that Paige is double team, she's going to get an opportunity to cut and receive that. A little double and dump, as we call it. But we'll see here.
Yeah, you got to move the ball. It's usually the third pass that'll get you away from it.
Exactly.
You throw the first pass and then the quick next one, and you find the girl that's open.
Just like in basketball, if you attack the zone and it collapses, you're going to have options for a pass. You just have to see it.
Right.
So there you go. Paige is going to drive, but her teammate has to cut in. Chernovish has to recognize that Paige is going to draw both defenders, and if she cuts in like she is, you might get an
But
opportunity.
there's no confidence in the throw and the cut. They're not hitting that person that's cutting in.
Right. They're looking
Seems to
for
be
the-
like that would be something they'd want to work on in practice a lot.
Oh, totally. No.
To score.
Yeah, Vineyard stole that pass.
That's what they're good at.
Yeah, Vineyard is a tough defense, which
But they don't. The Vineyard doesn't stand behind the net and do what we do, though. They just get it to somebody right in front of the net from out here.
yeah, they
So
work
let's
top
see
to
that they
bottom.
do. So they're looking at the top and they're feeding their cutters, cutting from below.
Yeah.
But 18 here might run it behind. So here's
There we go.
22
There's
again.
somebody
She
behind.
might choose to drive, but if not, look, same thing. She's going to be looking for her cutters. There it is.
Jeez. Such confidence in the throw and the catch.
So as I was mentioning
their
before, you
cutters
had,
is wide open though when they make the pass.
well, 22 was guarded, and then as she started to drive, Chloe Conkin slid over on the help, which she needed to do, and then that opened up the Vineyard teammate for a quick little dump and a goal. Again, they're playing quickly, and you can see Nantucket's discouraged, but there's a lot of things they're doing right. They've figured out a way to win some of these draw controls, which is, again, going to be vital if they want to try to make a comeback here.
So 11-3 with just under 2.5 minutes to go in this first half. Nantucket's got to find a way to generate some offense and play some defense if they want to get back into this game.
All right, Evelyn with the big pickup off the Chevelle Williams draw. Feeding the ball forward to Chernovish.
See if we can pop this one in.
Get a quick one here.
Do you think that referee with his daffodil hat on is going to head out the sconce?
Oh,
Another
God!
poster.
Another post for Nantucket.
Oh,
Good scoring opportunity, but
as soon as she touched her, they called it.
Yeah.
Cannot touch that opponent.
so you can, but you
It
can.
seemed like she touched the stick.
But
too.
what she's trying to do is, she's good stop, good deflection by Freya Feeney. Basically, as she's cradling the ball in front of her face, she's trying to swipe at it. And you can't really swipe at it when it's in front of the face as a safety rule. But if she can get foot position and create some contact, then it would be okay. That's when her teammate's going to look to come in and stick check. But it's in the midfield. It's so touchy. It's so touchy in the midfield. It's really difficult. And I know the referees are going to err on the side of caution 9 times out of 10. Like that. That was a dangerous check, and by all means, they probably should have called. Trying to chop wood in front of the opponent's face is not okay.
Yeah, I thought the whistle would blow on that one myself.
Annalisa Crooks on the ball defensively here. Good footwork, keeping her out.
Oh, just a bad.
Bad shot there.
Bad shot,
She
right.
had herself in position. She felt the Nantucket defender on her shoulder, but she shot it wide, way wide.
Well, with just over 30 seconds here, hopefully Nantucket can get a stop before the half, but we've got a Vineyard player attacking undefended.
Yeah, too many undefended goals. Too many undefended goals. They just walk right in, leaving poor Emma Chambers with nothing but purple and a ball coming at her.
Yeah, that's a tough sell.
So is there a slaughter rule in this one too, Dick?
Well,
When there's a 10-goal lead, there will be a running clock.
So
so we
at some point in the second half that could happen. I'm sure.
well, we still have 27 seconds in this half
First
game.
half. No, but I'm saying.
Okay, in the
next
second,
half,
next
yeah.
half. As soon as the team gets ahead by 10, that happens.
Yes, once it's 10, it's running time, except for in the final 2 minutes, I believe.
So that's another thing that Nantucket's got to think about. If they are to make a comeback, they got to keep it. They got to keep it under 10 because
Let's see if they can score.
they'll
Right.
they'll save a little time on the clock. Here's a goal.
Here we go.
Here's a goal.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes!
There you go.
That helps.
Oh,
That is
boy.
big time at the end of the half with only 8 seconds left.
So
Beautiful
that's
something to
move
look
inside and
forward
out.
to.
That gets it back to only down by 8. So the deficit is still there, but at least the slaughter rule is not going to take effect
Not yet.
now in the first half. We have to wait to the second half.
Well, the draw control, again, like we were talking about at the beginning of the game, Nantucket's been able to win a great deal of these. And at least if they're not scoring on each offensive set, it's keeping the ball out of the Vineyard's stick. And for that reason alone, I think the game is a little closer than it could have been had the Vineyard kept winning those.
Face-off coming up, brought to us by Santos Rubbish Removal. We clean up the island.
Another draw
Go
control
Whale
win for
Santos.
Nantucket. How quickly can they move the ball up the field?
Oh, that will do it. So we have played one half here at Vito Capizzo Stadium, and it's the Vineyard 12, the Nantucket Whalers 4. We'll take a break and be back with second half action.